So Senator Claire McCaskill responded to our videos last night on local TV KOLR 10 in Missouri, and we're going to break it down for you.
Now, from Ozarks First, you're watching KOLR 10 News at 6.
A new video tonight produced by Project Veritas, a self-described guerrilla journalism outlet led by James O'Keefe, is targeting Missouri Senator Claire McCaskill.
And tonight, she's answering the claims made by the group.
So in this videotape reaction, Claire McCaskill makes all types of wild claims, attacks Project Veritas action, attacks her opponent, characterizes our work. It's pretty amazing to watch. Let's play this first line.
Well, it is startling that Josh Hawley would be part of fraudulently embedding somebody in my campaign.
Let me categorically and unequivocally deny that Hawley has anything to do with this. I've never met him. He doesn't work for me. We don't talk to any candidates at Project Veritas Action. We only investigate candidates. This is an absolutely false statement, period. And it's outrageous that she would make a factually untrue statement like this with no evidence on television and just say it. It's absolutely false. Not only have I said it's false, last night on Hannity's TV program, Hawley made a statement that it was false.
So too tonight is Josh Hawley's campaign, and his campaign called this absurd.
Let's take a look at the next line in Claire McCaskill's response on local TV.
He's the Attorney General of the state of Missouri. He's supposed to be going after fraud, not participating in it.
Senator McCaskill, what about the videotapes that we've shown is fraud? So the first lie was that this opponent was somehow working with us, and now you're going to say that it's fraud. What the people are on tape saying is the direct opposite of what you and your staff has stated publicly. What is that if not fraud? Is the video recording a problem? More of a problem than what the people are actually saying in the tapes? What is lying to the voters? What is that called? What is lying to moderate voters in order to apparently win an election? Is uncovering that story a bigger problem than the story itself? Please elaborate for us on what exactly you mean when you call our undercover investigative journalism fraud, a technique that has been used for 100 years. It just so happens to be used to expose you in this case.
So there was nothing there. I've been very upfront about all my positions.
Actually, the entire investigation was about how your staff and you say things differently in private than you say in public. When you say there's nothing there, does that mean Nick Starost's comment about, quote, people just can't know that, unquote, about Obama and your views?
There's thoughts that Obama would do more harm here than he would do good for Claire.
And they essentially have the same views on everything.
Yeah.
You know.
People just can't know that.
When you say there's nothing there, are you referring to when Nick says, quote, get over it? When he's talking about doing a bait and switch on moderate voters regarding impeachment? Is that what you mean when you say there's nothing there?
Claire holds off on impeachment to get the moderates. What do we tell the moderates after we drop the impeachment hammer afterwards? To get over it.
When you say there's nothing there, are you referring to Melissa Bulk's comment that you have to, quote, essentially lie to get elected?
It's like we have to lie to get elected.
Essentially.
Of course, the local news anchor just lets her say this unchallenged, and Claire goes on to talk about, thankfully, guns.
And banning bump stocks. My gun record is out in the open for everyone to see.
There she does it again. See, in this statement last night, she did not mention ARs, but she did mention it to our journalist. She doesn't mention it on her website, but she did say to our journalist all of that, including ARs.
So you would be on board with the bump stocks?
Of course.
Bump stocks,
Oh, I've voted
high capacity mags.
I've voted for most of those things before.
So for a ban?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
And one of her staffers in her office clarified and said it applies to all semi-automatic rifles. Again, no clarification, no follow-up about what we exposed.
I think semi-automatic rifle ban.
Okay.
Is more so what she would support.
What's really telling about this is how far they're willing to go to fraudulently embed somebody in my campaign. That's startling. I've never seen that.
Oh, Claire, you haven't seen anything yet, because we're going to go as far as we need to report the reality, because to us the truth is paramount. This problem is a huge problem in our democratic republic. You have to say one thing and do something else in order to get elected. This is a reality. This is a political reality that we are exposing here, and you're making little hidden cameras the problem. We actually think it does far more justice to your operation to report what actually is the truth than to mislead the people. That's our mission statement. That's what we do at Project Veritas Action, is to report the bait and switch reality of our political system. And there's more coming. And we did follow up with one of your staffers, Nick Starost, in Columbia, Missouri this week. We did ask him about this whole idea of taking money indirectly from Planned Parenthood. Nick calls that effing beautiful. He says that we can't be public. You can't be public about where your money comes from as it relates to Planned Parenthood, because it's radioactive with moderate voters. Well, now we've reported it, and we're going to show Nick's reaction. You also said, Nick, in this later part of the video, that you take money from Planned Parenthood indirectly, and that's effing beautiful.
Keep the Planned Parenthood name off of the thing, but we still get the dough.
Yep.
Nice. I love that stuff. I love it.
It's great when it works for us. Let's be honest.
What did you mean by that?
I told you I'm not authorized to talk to the press.
Does Claire McCaskill take money from Planned Parenthood and try to hide the sources of the funding? Because
not authorized to talk to the press.
But that's what you say behind closed doors. Why don't you tell the press? Why don't you tell members of the public the things that you do? Why do you keep it hidden from the public?